This wasn't your typical conviction. No murder weapon. And no motive. And the only witness? Dead. Still. They put him away for life. But the case didn't add up. And what really happened that night might be way darker than anyone expected. April 17th, 2:03 a.m. A silent farmhouse in rural Missouri. Police body cam footage shows a woman. Blood on her hands, tears in her eyes. She stares directly into the lens. Anzi's headed it. He shot him. I tried to stop it. 20 minutes later, Chested, single gunshot. Same weapon, same room. Only one person left to live, her boyfriend, Kyle Maddox. Prosecutors say Kyle snapped. Killed his best friend during a poker night. Then silenced his girlfriend to cover it up. Case closed, right? Wrong. Because the murder weapon? Never found. No fingerprints. And no DNA. No gunshot residue on Kyle. But the jury still believed one thing. That look she gave the camera said it all. Let's rewind. That footage wasn't from a police camera. It came from a GoPro, hidden in the bookshelf. Who put it there? Unknown. Why was it recording? Nobody knows. And here's the bombshell. Betty Mestamp on the footage doesn't match the 911 call. She was already dead before Kyle even dialed for help. 6 months after the trial, a tech repair shop in St. Louis finds a damaged hard drive. They recover video fragments from the same night, but this time, the camera sees everything. And in the final frame, Teresa, second man in the room. Not Kyle, someone else. Someone never mentioned at trial. And his face? He's smiling. So who was the man behind the camera? Why was that footage hidden? And did Kyle go down for a murder he didn't commit? Because if what's on that hard drive is real, then the killer is still out there. A woman looks into a camera. Says Kyle Maddox shot a man. Minutes later, she's dead. Kyle's convicted. Life without parole. But what the jury didn't see was a second man in that room. A smile on his face. And a hard drive that almost never surfaced. This footage was never meant to be found. Corrupted, buried, forgotten. But when a tech in St. Louis restored it, it flipped the entire case upside down. In the video, Kyle is outside, arguing on the phone, nowhere near the house. Inside, his best friend Brandon and the woman Jenna, laughing, drinking, until the second man walks in, black hoodie, gloves, gun in hand. Here's where it gets eerie. The footage is time-stamped 12:47 a.m. Jenna wasn't found until 2:03. That means the killer waited almost an hour in the house with her body. But why? Investigators trace the footage. The GoPro was registered not to Jenna, not to Kyle, to Brandon, the first victim. He'd been recording their poker nights. He was paranoid. He thought someone was watching them. Turns out he was right. A frame-by-frame enhancement reveals a tattoo on the gunman's wrist, a snake wrapped around a rose. Detectives check prison databases. Only one match. Noah Reese, Brandon's cousin, recently released. Violent record. Motive: Brandon owed him money. Thousands. But when police go to find Noah, he's already gone. Vanished. His apartment? Empty. His car? Abandoned. But on the wall, scrawled in red spray paint, "You picked the wrong scapegoat." So, why was Kyle framed? Did Noah act alone? Or is there someone even higher up pulling strings? And the biggest question of all, where is Noah now? Because if he's still out there, he's not done yet. Kyle Maddox is serving life, convicted of a double homicide, but hidden footage proves he didn't do it. The real killer? Noah Reese, ex-con, Brandon's cousin, vanished. Only clue? A spray-painted message: "You picked the wrong scapegoat." When police opened Noah's storage unit, they weren't ready. No one was. Inside wasn't just proof of planning. It was a hit list, rented under a fake name, back of a truck stop. What's inside? One chair, One desk, a wall covered in photos, strings, pins, red marker slashes. At the center, a blown-up photo of Kyle, eyes crossed out. Below it one word, innocent. Detectives find a notebook, pages torn, burnt, but 5 names are clear: Brandon Keller, Jenna Lang, Kyle Maddox, Officer Mike Herrera, Ellen Crane. That's not revenge. That's execution. Planned, measured, and unfinished. Kyle's defense team digs deeper. Why were these names chosen? Turns out, all 5 were connected. Back in 2016, Owen was arrested, framed, he claimed, by a dirty cop. The arresting officer, Mike Herrera, the judge, Ellen Crane, then a prosecutor. And guess who the star witness was? Brandon? Kyle? He was just the driver, didn't even know what he was part of. After the footage leak, Crane gets an anonymous letter. Inside, a photo of her sleeping, taken from inside her bedroom. No fingerprints, no DNA, just a message on the back: I never forget. Now, the question isn't just, can Kyle be saved? It's, who's next? Because Noah Reese isn't running, he's hunting. Kyle Maddox, wrongfully convicted. The real killer, Noah Reese, a calculated ghost. He left behind a hit list. 2 dead. 3 still breathing. Now, one of them has vanished. July 9th, 2:41 a.m. Ellen Crane's home security system goes offline. By sunrise, she's gone. No sign of struggle, no forced entry, just a single item left on her pillow. A rose. Crane was set to reopen Kyle's case. She requested the hard drive, ordered a forensics review. She knew the system failed Kyle, and she was ready to fix it. Now she's missing, and detectives believe she didn't leave willingly. Later that day, a jogger finds something by the riverbank. A black folder. Inside, court transcripts, photos of Brandon, and 1 page circled in red ink. A line from the original trial. This case is built on trust, on belief in the system, but written in blood beneath it. The system is the lie. Here's where it explodes. A new name surfaces. Lana Rhodes. No, not that. Lana Rhodes, a former prison nurse, one of Noah's few visitors while he was locked up. She tells reporters, he used to draw roses in his cell, said each one had a name, said when the last petal fell, justice would be served. She pauses, looks directly into the camera, and says, Kyle isn't the last name on that list. FBI releases audio pulled from a bug burner phone, a conversation between Noah and an unknown voice. Voice, you sure about the next one? Noah, he watched it happen, said nothing. Voice, and the girl? Noah, she's next. The final witness always is. Who is she talking about? Who's the girl? And what did she see? 1 missing. 1 witness terrified. And a killer who's only 1 step ahead. But now, Lana's gone silent too. Her phone, offline, her apartment, trashed, and scrawled on the bathroom mirror lipstick. 2 chilling words. Petal 6. Kyle Maddox is innocent. The real killer? Noah Reese calculated, patient, untraceable. He left a hit list. 5 names. 4 confirmed targets. 1 left. The final witness. And now, she's gone too. July 19th, 3:06 a.m. 911 receives a call. No words, just heavy breathing. Then 1 whisper. He's here. The line cuts. The call was traced to Lana Rhodes' apartment. By the time police arrived, it was empty. Every drawer pulled out. Every petal from a rose, scattered on the floor. Crime scene unit finds no fingerprints, no forced entry, no signs of struggle. But on the windowsill, a music box. Inside, recorded audio. Noah's voice. Calm. Controlled. Truth has no place in a rigged game. She knew too much. Now she knows. Silence. An anonymous tip arrives. Encrypted flash drive. Labeled, witness eyes only. It contains surveillance footage from inside the courthouse. Timestamp, the night before Lana disappeared. She's talking to someone. A man. Badge clipped to his belt. Detective Colin Reeve. Lead on Kyle's original case. The same detective who lost the original body cam footage. Investigators track down Reeve. He denies everything, but then slips. They had to shut her up. Noah just handled the dirty work. They? Who's they? Reeve lawyers up, then vanishes. Security footage shows him walking out of the precinct, alone, but parked across the street. A black van, idling. Its license plate? Fake. Hidden inside Lana's burner phone is a notes file. Password protected. Cracked by cyber forensics. It's a sixth name. Kara Ellison, 12 years old. Witness to the River House. 12. That night, Kara was in the farmhouse. Hiding. No one knew. No one was supposed to know. Well now. So here's where we're at. Kyle's still in prison. Doc Crane missing. None dead. Detective Reeve disappeared. And now, there's a child who saw everything, but she hasn't spoke, not once. Len 12 years. Because someone taught her to stay silent. Someone dangerous. And now Noah's back. For her. Kyle Maddox framed. Noah Reese killer. 5 names on a hit list. All connected to a cover-up. The last name, Kara Ellison. 12 years old. Hidden during the murders. And now, she's the last living witness. Kara never spoke a word. Not after the murders. Not during the trial. Not even when they asked her about the blood on her shoes. Doctors called it selective mutism. But they were wrong. She wasn't silent because she was scared. She was silent because she was told to be. After her name surfaced, Kara was moved to a secure location. Undisclosed. Guarded. Monitored. Didn't matter. July 21st. 1:14 a.m. Alarms go off. Power cuts out. Cameras go black. When they come back on, Kara's gone. No sign of forced entry. No broken locks. No witnesses. Just a note on her bed. She remembers too much. But here's the twist: Kara did talk. To one person. Trauma counselor. 5 years ago. Those sessions were sealed. Until now, inside them, Kara drew pictures. Over and over. Rows. A snake. A man with a gun. And one chilling detail. A camera. Hidden in a bookshelf. She saw the setup. She saw the murder. And she saw something no one else did. A second camera. Still missing. Kyle's new lawyer reviews Kara's file. Finds a name scratched into one of her drawings. S. Whitlock. Whitlock was a retired judge. Close friends with Crane. He oversaw the plea deals in Noah's 2016 case. The ones that protected the real power players. Problem is, Whitlock died 2 years ago. Allegedly. But when the lawyer checks the cemetery, Whitlock's grave is empty. An unmarked USB shows up at a news station. One video. Grainy. Night vision. It shows Kara, in a dim room, still alive. She's tied to a chair. A voice off screen asks, "Tell them what you saw." She finally speaks. Quiet. Broken. But clear. It wasn't just Noah. He was following orders. Cut to black. Then a whisper. Petal 7. There were only 5 names. Then a 6th. Now, 7. So who are the real architects behind this conspiracy? And why did they let Noah do the killing? Because if Kara's telling the truth, Noah Reese wasn't the mastermind. He was the weapon, and the person pulling the trigger might still be on the bench. Kyle Maddox framed. Noah Reese killer. Or so we thought. But the last witness, 12-year-old Kara, revealed something no one expected. Noah didn't act alone. He was following orders. And now, a 7th name has emerged. One not on the original list. A puppet master. Still in the shadows. Still pulling strings. This was never about one killer. It was about control. Corruption. Silencing anyone who came close. And now, the last surviving witness is being held. Not by Noah, but by the people who built him. A whistleblower inside the St. Louis DA's office leaks a file, confidential, dated 2015, a sealed indictment, against Judge Samuel Whitlock, for case tampering, evidence suppression, witness intimidation. Charges never saw daylight. Why? Crane buried them, in exchange for political favors. And she wasn't alone. Kyle's legal team connects the dots. Judge Whitlock, Doc Crane, Detective Reeve, Noah Reese. One common link: a private security firm called Aegis Black. Officially, they handled courthouse protection. Unofficially, they disposed of problems, missing witnesses, vanished evidence, fabricated confessions, and yes, kills, disguised as acts of passion. Recovered psychiatric records show it clearly. Noah was in the system, flagged for instability, but someone groomed him, used his record to make him disposable, fed him targets, fed him lies, promised him justice for his ruined life, all while using him to clean up theirs. A journalist publishes everything: the hit list, the tapes, the photos of Kara. It goes viral in hours, and suddenly the people once untouchable are running. Crane's home torched, Reeve found in a motel, overdosed, Whitlock, still no body, no proof he's dead. But the last leaked photo, blurry, zoomed from a gas station cam, shows an old man stepping into an SUV, wearing Whitlock's ring. So here's what we know: Kyle is still locked up, Kara is still missing, Noah is off the grid, and the ones who gave the orders, still holding the final pieces. But someone new just entered the game. A voicemail left on Kyle's lawyer's burner: "You're getting close. Too close. But if you want Kara back, bring Whitlock's ring." Alone, Kyle Maddox is still behind bars. Kara Ellison missing. Noah Reese off grid. But the biggest twist: Judge Samuel Whitlock, declared dead 2 years ago, was caught on camera alive, wearing the same ring he was buried with. Only, there was never a body. July 22nd, 9:17 a.m. Downtown Stevie Lewis. A man walks into Midstate Federal Bank. Gray beard, ball cap. Security footage confirms it. It's Whitlock. He doesn't rob the place. He doesn't threaten anyone. He just opens a safety deposit box and leaves with a black envelope. 4 hours later, a second video leaks. Anonymous source. Uploaded to a private link. Only one person tagged: Kyle's lawyer. The footage, from inside the bank, it shows Whitlock opening the envelope. Inside are two things: a flash drive, a photo of Kara, taped to the back. The game ends when the truth breaks. What's on the drive is a bombshell. Audio logs, dozens of them, recorded in secret. Whitlock, Crane, Reeve, and a fourth voice, still unidentified. Male, calm, powerful. He calls the shots, mentions names, says things like, "Noah's off the leash now, he doesn't know she's still alive," and then, if the girl talks, the whole system burns. One log mentions a location: Warehouse 19, abandoned shipping depot, miles outside the city. When authorities raid it, they find signs of life: a mattress, food wrappers, rope, but no Kara. Just one thing left behind. On the wall, a tally: 6 marks crossed out, 1 still open. Final witness, still breathing. Digital forensics traced the fourth voice, distorted, encrypted, but then breakthrough. Voice print match: Senator Howard Greer, state politician, champion of justice reform, public face of safety, private funder of Aegis Black, and Noah's original handler. He built the system. He weaponized Noah. He signed off on the list. So now we know. Whitlock faked his death. Crane buried evidence. Reeve obeyed orders. Greer gave them. But Kara's still missing. Kyle's still in prison. And Noah? He just made contact. A letter arrives at the courthouse. No return address. Inside, a single Polaroid. Kara alive. Duct tape over her mouth. Tears in her eyes. And scrawled across her forehead in black marker: "Final move." Kyle Maddox framed. Kara Ellison taken. Noah Reese weaponized. Judge Whitlock faked death. Doc Crane vanished. Senator Greer mastermind. And now, the final photo: Kara alive. Marked, "Final move." Everything has led to this. July 23rd, 12 p.m. Kyle's lawyer gets an untraceable call. Modulated voice. Midnight. Warehouse 0. No cops. Bring the ring. Come alone. Or the girl dies. No time. No backup. No guarantee Kara's even alive. But Kyle's lawyer goes anyway. 11:58 p.m. Warehouse 0. A rusted-out shell off the river. Camera feeds jammed. GPS blocked. Inside flickering lights. The smell of gasoline. And tied to a chair. Kara, eyes wide. Tears rolling. Alive. And then footsteps. From the shadows, Noah. But he looks different. Gaunt. Tired. Broken. And he's not holding a gun. He's holding a phone. The phone rings. Noah answers. Hands it to Kyle's lawyer. On the other end, Greer. Calm. Cold. Confident. I built the system. I built the fall guy. But you were never supposed to last this long. Then gunfire. Outside. SWAT team unauthorized moves in. But not to save anyone. To kill everyone. But Whitlock was one step ahead. He rigged the warehouse. Cameras everywhere. Streaming live. To the press. To the courts. To everyone. Greer's confession. Broadcast. Nationwide. Too fast to stop. In 12 minutes, the world knows. The list. The names. The cover-ups. Everything. SWAT breaches. Chaos. Gunfire. Noah unties Kara. Pushes her toward the exit. I was the weapon, he says. But now, choose the target. He runs toward the SWAT. Holding something in his hand. Boom. The warehouse erupts. Dawn. July 24th. Breaking news. Senator Greer arrested. Judge Whitlock testifying. Doc Crane found alive. Now in custody. Kyle Maddox exonerated after 4 years. And Kara. Safe. Finally home. And finally speaking. He wasn't just a monster. He was their monster. And when he broke free, he burned them all down. A package arrives at Kyle's lawyer's office. No return address. Inside. A thumb drive. A photograph of a rose, burned at the edges, and a single note. Every petal had a name. This one was yours. Thank you for surviving. And CR, thanks for watching. Stay sharp. Stay safe. Trust no system built on silence. Thank you for following this series. Share your theory in the comments. Subscribe, share, and like for future case deep dives. This story might be closed, but the questions are still wide open.